Ukraine has launched a second major strike in 4 days on the Antonovsky bridge used for the transportation of heavy artillery units in the Russian-controlled territory, footage has shown. Late on Friday morning, footage emerged on social media of heavy Ukrainian artillery fire directed towards the Antonovsky bridge in Dnipro, Kherson. It is believed Ukrainian forces used long-range, U.S.-supplied HIMARS to carry out the offensive. The bridge crosses the Dnieper River close to the city of Kherson in the south of Ukraine, and it serves as a crucial route to supply Russian troops, as well as heavy artillery, into the conflict zones. Ukraine has been systematically targeting and destroying bridges in the Russian territories to cut off the supply of troops. It comes as Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko claimed some of their nation's military warplanes had been modified to carry nuclear weapons by Russia, sparking fears that the war could spill over into countries surrounding Ukraine. In the video, taken from the northern side of the river, a barrage of missiles can be heard hitting the bridge. Ukraine appears to have targeted the southern side of the river, deep in the heart of Russian-occupied territory. A large cloud of dark gray smoke engulfs the base of the bridge as more missiles land in the area. It is the second time in 4 days that Ukraine has attacked the Antonovsky bridge, having launched a major strike late at night at the start of this week. Meanwhile, Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko said on Friday that his military's Su-24 warplanes had been modified to carry nuclear weapons and that Minsk would react immediately if the West caused any problems. Lukashenko said he had agreed the move to modernize Belarusian warplanes with Russian President Vladimir Putin, the Belta news agency reported. Belarus, a staunch Russian ally, does not have its own nuclear weapons. Lukashenko did not go into details about how a weapons transfer from Moscow, which is using Belarusian territory to mount what it calls its special military operation against Ukraine, might take place. Belta cited Lukashenko as talking about a potential future threat from neighboring Poland, a NATO member, while saying he was confident that the Polish military, unlike Warsaw's politicians, understood how Minsk could respond to what he called any escalation. His overall remarks appear to be referring to a potential threat from the West in general. The West must understand that if they opt for escalation, no helicopters or planes will save them, Lukashenko was quoted as saying. Everything was ready, he said, referring to the work to modify Belarusian warplanes to carry nuclear weapons. It's not a good idea to escalate things with Belarus because that would be an escalation with the Union state of Russia and Belarus, which has nuclear weapons. If they start to create problems, the response will be immediate. Elsewhere, the Russian-occupied Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant resumed electricity supplies to Ukraine on Friday after one of its 6 reactors was reconnected to the Ukrainian grid, state nuclear company Energodom said. Europe's largest nuclear power plant, which is located in southern Ukraine, was disconnected from the Ukrainian grid for the first time in its history on Thursday after a fire caused by shelling damaged a power line, Kyiv said earlier. The outage caused fears that there could be a catastrophic radiation disaster if the electricity was not restored in time. The Zaporizhzhia nuclear power station is connected to the grid and is producing electricity for the needs of Ukraine, Energodom said in a statement on Friday. Meanwhile, Russia decided to deliver a batch of heavy military equipment to Crimea, which includes an echelon with tanks, howitzers, and self-propelled artillery systems. They were spotted at the Taman railway station near the entrance to the Kerch-Crimean Bridge on its Russian side. Eyewitnesses noticed engineer mining machines on the railway platforms, in particular, the IMR-1 engineering machine mounted on the T-55 tank chassis, 2 C-19s 152mm divisional self-propelled howitzers, and 2 C-1 Gvozdika 122mm regimental self-propelled howitzers. In another place, a Ukrainian regional governor says the country's soldiers have killed 200 Russian airborne troops in an assault that toppled a base in Ukraine's occupied east. Suri Haidai, the governor of Ukraine's Luhansk administrative district, said on Friday in a Telegram post that Ukrainian troops had successfully attacked the Russian base set up in a hotel in the occupied city of Kharkiv. Haidai's claim to victory comes as Russia's advance in Ukraine's eastern regions has reportedly stalled as the conflict reaches 6 months.